Love, Realism, and Other Delusions Retold. Episode 11. The Fall of Her, Act 1. Before we begin the episode, I must warn you, this episode will break your heart. If you're already having a bad day, this episode will only make it worse. Now, even though there are some good and happy scenes, it doesn't change the fact that it's a depression episode. Please proceed with caution. The Mythstory teller. It had been 3 weeks since Rikka lost her Chinibyo. Yuta was helping Tōka pack up for her to move to Italy on that cloudy day. You aren't taking that much with you, are you? Said Yuta. Since I'll be living there, it's cheaper just to get what I need when I arrive, said Tōka. I don't know why I didn't say it earlier, but even though I'm thankful you helped me, I'm also sorry it happened. She then handed Yuta the recording device containing his past as a reward. Thank you, he said. Also, I haven't said it properly, so here goes, said Tōka. She hugged Yuta with his face engulfed in her chest. Thanks to you, I can go without hesitation, really. Thank you. For everything. Tōka was rubbing Yuta's head for a moment. Then she let go. Not at all, replied Yuta. Tōka, said a voice. It was Rikka, looking soulless as ever. I think Mama will be back soon. Sorry, I've got a plane to catch. Say hi to her for me, okay? Said Tōka. Rikka then started to cry and Yuta felt bad for her. Tōka, whimpered Rikka. And the two sisters hugged each other. Soon, a taxicab was ready to pick up Tōka. Yuta, Rikka, and Kuzuha were all sad to see her go, but Yumeha was the most sad of them all. Bye-bye, Tōka, she said sadly. Let me see the kids sometime, okay? Kuzuha was surprised. Yumeha, what? Sorry, that's my fault, said Tōka. She then turned to Yumeha and patted her on the head. I promise, you will see the kids again. Well, see you around. Bye. Bye. Rikka looked at Tōka and said, I'll email you. Tōka smiled, and she went into the taxicab and it drove her to an airport for her to take a plane to Italy. Rikka was doing her very best to take everything in. The next morning, Yuta, Kuzuha, and Yumeha were having pepper steak for breakfast in their apartment. Pepper steak again? Complained Kuzuha. Quit complaining and just eat, exclaimed Yuta. Pepper steak! Cried Yumeha excitedly. Kuzuha, help Yumeha get changed, said Yuta. Come on, Yumeha. Pepper steak! She continued. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Yuta? Rikka's here. I'll go get the door, said Kuzuha. She then opened the door to find Rikka there. Since she had no Chinibyo, she was wearing white knee-high socks and brown loafers instead of black tie-high socks and magenta skates. Good morning, said Rikka, bowing nervously. Good morning to you too, replied Kuzuha happily. I'll go get Yuta, okay? Went Rikka. Yes? Yes, Yuta, please, thank you, panicked Rikka. Kuzuha was a little surprised, but she understood her. Okay. Soon, Yuta and Rikka were on their way to school on a bridge. Yuta was teaching Rikka a lesson about having normal conversations. Now look, conversations have a flow to them, don't they? If you've already told the other person what you want to say, there's no need to respond to every little thing they say. But even meaningless things deserve a meaningful response. Nibutani said so, said Rikka. Well, I suppose that's true, but... replied Yuta. But this is difficult, said Rikka sadly. I guess this is what happens when someone stays in Chinibyo for so long, thought Yuta. Suddenly, Rikka gasped. What's wrong now? Asked Yuta. I was told to alter my speech pattern too, Yuta. Is that right? That's right. Huh. I could have sworn Rikka had no Chinibyo, because she's still talking like one. May I somehow be of service, sir? She asked. What are you, a maid? What can I do for you, my lord? So you think you're a princess or something? Rikka was silent for a moment. What? Pray tell. Enough already, replied Yuta. What then? I think that response sounds the most natural to me. But I was told it's not good to respond so bluntly. Well, that may be the truth, but still, said Yuta. What could it be? Don't play dumb and blush like a girl. It's embarrassing me. Just then, Yuta and Rikka saw Dekomori squatting on the handrail of the bridge. I await, she said. Morning, Deko, said Yuta. Don't morning me, you devil, she replied. Today's the day I defeat the demon that has captured the master's heart. Dekomori didn't know it was me who altered Rikka. Neither did anyone. But Deko chose to take her anger out on Yuta because he was available. Rikka was soulless at the moment. Sanai, I already told you, I'm no longer— Do not call me Sanai! Here I come! Deko stood up on the handrail with one leg and spun her pigtails around. Hold on, wait! Exclaimed Yuta. And with that, Deko almost lost balance, but Yuta caught her. Thank you, demon. I thought I was done for, said Deko, nervously. You should be more careful, said Yuta. Deko then turned to Rikka. Reality rejected. Synapses shattered. Banishment from this world! Deko imagined herself using her Mjolnir hammer. Open your eyes, master! I'm not your master anymore, replied Rikka. Dekomori fell to her knees and began to cry. Master. Master. Hey, look. You need to be more— Be quiet! I, Dekomori, will never give up! I will drive out the evil that's taken hold of my master, and I will save her! Just you wait and see! And she ran away sobbing. Yuta noticed Rikka's soulless expression. Rikka, are you really— he began. Rikka was confused. Never mind, it's nothing. And Yuta and Rikka continued to make their way to school. To Yuta, it felt like an irresponsible thing to say. He wanted to ask if Rikka was really happy like this. I think the answer is obvious, don't you? Yuta and Rikka made it to Eco Private High. In room 1-4, Ishiki was talking to Yuta about a talent scout? Get this! The performance at the school festival got rave reviews, said Ishiki. Oh, the thing with Dekomori, right? Asked Yuta. It seems that's exactly the kind of method acting they've been looking for, said Ishiki. Well, at least the school festival panned out for everyone else but me. Panned out? Nothing really panned out for me, said Yuta. What? Nothing, huh? Said Ishiki, surprised. Do you call Rikka confessing to you nothing? Why are you giving me that creepy look? Asked Yuta. Ever since then, you two have come to school every day in lovey-dovey mode, huh? Well, you know. Man! Compared to that, my strikeout is even more embarrassing, said Ishiki sadly. But Kumin was just sleeping, right? It's not like it's completely hopeless. You're right! I'll never give up on her! Never give up, never surrender! Okay, I get it, smiled Yuta. Ishiki had regained his confidence. Suddenly, Yuta's phone vibrated, and so did Ishiki's. Yuta, Ishiki, Nibutani, Rikka, and Dekomori all received a text from Kumin at different places. It read, I'm sorry I won't be able to come to school today. I'm at the vet taking care of Dodaman. He got hurt a little. Take care, Kumin. Oh, man, moaned Ishiki. 'Tis but a shame, said Yuta. He then noticed Rikka approach some student girls. Takanashi? Asked one of them. Will you please be friends with me? Asked Rikka, bowing. That got the whole class's attention. What the? Said Ishiki. Nibutani was surprised too. She really, uttered Yuta. Then, the girl's response to Rikka was, Of course we will! And with that, the whole class applauded her. It was just like a love confession. My heart was pounding, said one of the girls. Me too, said another. Yuta and Nibutani smiled. Later that day, Yuta and Nibutani were sent to the library to sort books. Geez, it's already noon. Isn't this the librarian's job? Asked Nibutani. I guess. Is that all of them? Asked Yuta. The teacher's being carefree, huh? You can't just make the student council do everything, said Nibutani. So you got scouted by the drama club? Asked Yuta. Yeah, I guess. Think you'll join? I don't know. Why do you ask? Just curious. Say, Yuta, said Nibutani. Do you regret it? What do you mean? Smiled Yuta. About Rikka? Why do you ask? Just curious. The two students smiled at each other for a moment. In all seriousness, I do regret punching her. I didn't know it was that easy to make someone normal, said Yuta. It's not, I thought to myself. But now that she left her imaginary world, Tōka had stopped worrying, and things are going well with her mom. There's nothing bad about that, is there? Yeah, you're right, answered Nibutani, and she and Yuta continued sorting books onto their shelves. Shortly after, Yuta watched as Rikka socialized with her new friends. To me, that was good? At Rikka's clubroom, Dekomori was resting on the window, with her pigtails flowing in the wind, and trying to recover from her decopression. The wind blows, and I, Dekomori, blow with it, to the right, to the left. I only think of the master. Oh, master. Just then, Ishiki showed up. Hey there. What you doing, Dekomori? Feeling blue? He asked. The sky is blue! Aren't we all feeling it? Asked Deko. That's not what I meant, replied Ishiki. Dekomori then got curious about Ishiki pulling out a blue piece of paper. What's that, Ishiki? She asked. It's my love letter, he replied. It read, to Sayuri Kumin, from Ishiki Makoto. You still haven't given up on her yet, huh? Asked Deko. Just then, Rikka and Nibutani showed up. What are you two doing? Asked Nibutani. Nothing, replied Ishiki, putting his letter in his backpack. When Deko saw Rikka, she got all excited. Master! I've been waiting for you! It's apparent Deko hadn't given up on her yet. Sanai, said Rikka. I've made an incredible discovery today, and I've come to show you, exclaimed Deko. Feast your eyes on these magic gemstones! I believe they were plastic turquoise and aquamarines. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Asked Deko excitedly. Suddenly, Rikka's Chinibyo started to come back. She picked up one and gasped in awe. All these stones possess magic of the highest caliber, continued Deko. Unfortunately, Rikka reverted back to her soulless self. But Deko didn't know this yet. Dekomori, said Rikka. Take a look at this, she said. The summoning circle will make the stones shine even brighter. Nibutani and Ishiki could see that Deko was trying everything to bring the Eye of the Wicked Lord back. I thought I'd help by using my magic to make the summoning circle glow blue, and the stones reacting to it. Suddenly, Rikka's Chinibyo started flooding back again. But it didn't work. Master! Exclaimed Deko excitedly. Rikka put down the stone she was holding. Dekomori. Yes? I came here to tell you something important. Yes! Could it be that the Bureau has again— No. The Society. No. The club is— As of today, it's disbanded. Nibutani, Ishiki, and Dekomori were surprised. But Deko was the most surprised of the three. Master, I think we should all be free to do the things we want to do. You too, Sanai. Deko then started to panic and cry. What's happened to you, Master? The Society is needed to find the invisible boundary lines. It leads to the world that lies beyond. She was shaking Rikka, who was soulless as ever. Master! Master! Listen to me, please! Sobbed Deko. Oh God, this is hard to watch, thought Ishiki. Nibutani knew what to do. All right, She took Deko by the back and began to drag her away from Rikka. That's the way it is. Just hand over your copies of the Mabinogion and return to your middle school life.
What are you doing? Unhand me, fake Mori Summer!
Screamed Deko. Yuta arrived to see the situation. What's going on? He asked. Honestly, Yuta, aren't you being too stubborn? You and Rikka? Asked Nibatani. Since Rikka had no Chinibyo left, she didn't comfort Dekomori like she would. Yuta watched as Nibatani dragged Deko away from the club. What are we doing with our lives? He thought. Nibatani then comforted Deko by hugging and rubbing her head. There, said Nibatani. Deko was still sad, but she hugged back too.
Thank you, fake Mori Summer,
said Dekomori. Even though they were rivals, Nibatani knows how to be a good friend sometimes. Now, I must ask you something. Are you sad yet? Regardless, this episode is not gonna end well. I hope you're ready, because I sure am not.